It's amazing to be here today. Everything in my life has led to this moment. To be here right now, to share my story with you, to share my struggles, my pains, my adversities, and my triumphs in life. And it's absolutely amazing. I'm going to tell you, I came out here and the applause from everybody was just magnificent. I mean, you guys should have seen it. People were applauding, they were standing, thousands of people cheering my name. All right, maybe there weren't thousands of people cheering my name, but it was a wonderful ovation here, and I just opened up with that because I love to have fun. Anybody here that knows me, they know I smile all the time. I love to bring joy, happiness to everybody I meet. And it's absolutely amazing, and I love people. I'm going to tell you, there was a point in my life, though, where I never thought I would smile again. Never thought I would have joy. Never thought I would be here talking to other people, sharing my experiences. The reason I'm here is because I don't want notoriety, I don't want fame, maybe a statue or two in Times Square, small, 20 foot, 30 foot tall, we're good. The reason I'm here is because I want to tell each and every one of you my story. Let you know that no matter what you're going through in life, that you can overcome that. And you can use that to triumph and help other people grow in life. Years ago, I found myself inside my car, sitting in my closed garage with the engine running. At this point, I felt just tired. I was exhausted. I was losing my second company. I was losing my home for the second time in my life. Losing my cars. My family were gone. I have bad health. I've got 11 stents in my heart and other issues. I was just beat down. I didn't think I could go on any farther. Have any of you ever been so tired in life where you just feel like you've got a wet blanket over you, you've got weights, and you just don't know how you're going to go that next step? Where you're going to find that energy? It seems almost impossible. Here I am. Right here, again, on this stage, this miraculous stage with all these wonderful people to share this with you. If you are struggling right now, if you're going through anything like that in your life, where you're struggling to that point where you don't know how you can move forward, or you feel like you're going in that direction, or you know somebody who is going in that direction, this message right now is for you. I'm going to share with you how I overcame that, because I know it's a question on your mind. Okay, how did you overcome this point when you were there, when you didn't feel like you can go any further, when you were pounding your chest and you were on the ground in tears, snot bubbles everywhere? I'm going to go graphic here with it. You know, when you're at that point and you just are babbling, I'm going to show you how I came over that. And I want to give you this advice so that you can take that and apply it in your life. And you can take your adversity, and I guarantee you'll be able to take that and turn it into your triumph. The first thing I did was I set a goal for myself. When I was sitting in that vehicle, at that point where I didn't know how I was going to go forward, I started thinking back in my mind to all the people that I had talked to in life, the interactions that I had, the ability to actually communicate with people and reach into lives. And I've seen lives changed. I've seen teenagers, adults. I've walked on the streets and seen prostitutes have turned their life around just in a few moments talking with me. And I knew that I had this ability in me to be able to really reach into people. So my goal at that point was I needed to use my life, my skills, my abilities to change as many lives as possible. I had no idea how I was going to do this, and I'm going to tell you, after that moment, I lost everything I had, and I found myself struggling, and I didn't know how I was going to put food on the table. I didn't know where I was going to stay. I was going to get this phone call out of the blue. A friend of mine did, actually. She got a phone call out of the blue, and somebody was looking for somebody to work what we call a coaching zone on these virtual summits. Now, a lot of these coaches know what the virtual summits are. When COVID came out, a lot of things, we couldn't do this stuff in person like we do right now, which is so awesome. Oh, gosh, I love each and every one of you. Again, this is just amazing. We couldn't do the in-person thing, so we had to do it over video. They called me up and said, hey, can you do this coaching zone? I said, man, I'm willing to try this. I have no idea what I'm doing. I get in there, and all of a sudden now I am immersed in this world of all of these amazing coaches and mentors and people who have a goal and mindset to change the world. And I listened to one man, he came out and he was speaking. I remember the first time he spoke, he came out and he was sitting there talking about how his goal was to change 100 million lives. 100 million lives? Are you kidding me? 100 million lives. Come on, let's think realistically here. Maybe 100 people, 1,000 people. I just couldn't fathom that figure when I started listening to him. And the more I listened to him, the more I realized this person has the ability to change 100 million lives. And the more I worked with this person and worked with these coaches, I realized that if he had the ability to change 100 million lives, then why don't I have that ability? And the more I thought about this, and this is something you can't just settle with, this is something that's got to sink deep down into your soul to really understand the power that we have. If you truly understand, think about this. Humankind, we sit there and we said, hey, we want to go to the moon. And what did we do? We created something to take us to the moon. We said, hey, we want to communicate with somebody around the world instantaneously, right there on a screen. And we were able to do that. So many things that we've been able to achieve, people have been able to do once they've understand the power they truly hold. And each and every one of us have this power. Now, when I sat there and I realized that I had that ability to change 100 million lives, and I heard this person that could change 100 million lives, I'm sitting here and I'm going, why can't everybody do that? The answer is that we all can. So these are a few things that I use in my life to help me out. The first thing was that I set that goal. That's what you need to do in life. Set a goal. Now, if you don't have a goal and you're going, JD, I don't have a goal, I have no idea what I'm going to do, then your goal is to find that goal. That's your first step. The second thing you want to do is find a tribe. Find that community, those people that are going after the same thing that you want in that goal in life. Listen to them. Let that soak in. Let them feed into you. Get rid of the negative people in your life that are holding you back if you can. Now, I know sometimes there's situations, family, where you can't just say, I'm done talking to you, get out. But if you can cut out negative people in your life, you need to do that and go with those tribe. Go with the positive people that are really feeding into you and helping to lift you up so that you can achieve that goal in life. The other thing is realizing that what I just told you, the power that you have. It is absolutely amazing if you take that time, work with these people, and then those adversities that you're dealing with, you know that you're going to be able to overcome. And you're going to be able to do so much more in life. You also got to reshape the way you think in life, in your perspective on how you come across adversity. And sometimes we got different forms of adversity. We sit there and go, okay, I sat there, I did 10 years in prison. Like I said, went through all the financial things that I went through, all of these different things. And what I've learned on the perspective of that is that this right now, I wouldn't be on this stage talking to you right now, wouldn't be talking to you guys if I hadn't gone through what I've gone through. These experiences, these adversities in life that we go to are experiences that can help us grow and thrive in life. If we just change the way we think about those things. When we look at something and go, here's an adversity I can't get over, you can sit there and go, okay, this is a wall that I'm running into. How do I overcome this wall? How do I get around this wall? How do I use this wall to my advantage? And some people might go, hey, the situation, you don't understand my situation in life. I've got health issues, I've got all this going on, I've got financial issues, all these other things. What I want to challenge you to do right now, go online. I want you to look up a man who's lived 70 years in an iron lung. Absolutely amazing. When you look up the story of this man, you'll find out that he has actually gone to law school, he's written books, and he has changed thousands and thousands of lives from an iron lung. There's a person out there on the internet right now, no arms, no legs, changing millions of lives. A lot of you already know who he is. Just as soon as I mention, you're like, yeah, we've heard about this guy. We've seen this guy. He's got a family, no arms, no legs, and he has transformed millions of lives. And just like when I was talking about earlier, when I was listening to that story and about the 100 million lives, it's sitting there going, if a man in an iron lung can do this, a person with no arms and no legs can do this. If a person who did 10 years in prison, who has 11 stents in his heart, who has lost fortunes, who has lived on the streets, can do this, then you sure as heck can do this. You got to understand that. You've got to believe that down to your core. And this is the last thing that I'm going to leave you with when we close this up. A lot of times we want things instantaneously. And who doesn't? We're in that instantaneous world. I get a little frustrated when the power button on my computer takes 5 seconds longer to turn on than normal. I'm like, come on, what's taking you so long? I mean, we're sending stuff, emails, everything's got to be now, instantaneous. So we look at that way with a lot of stuff in life, where we're going, we want this now, we want it instantaneously. It takes time. It takes time, and you've got to take it one step at a time, and you've got to give yourself grace. You are all absolutely amazing. You're phenomenal, and you have the power to change the world. And you might go, hey, I don't want to change the world. And that's okay. You can change your life, the world around you. But I'm going to tell you something that I left out about that iron lung. When this man that was in the iron lung was a young boy, this nurse, she was not out to change the world. But this nurse came to this young boy when everybody wrote him off and said, you are not going to go anywhere in life. You're going to be dead by the time you hit 9 years old. This nurse came and said, if you can survive outside your iron lung for 2 minutes, I'll buy you a puppy. So his goal every single day was to sit there and find a new breathing technique and build his way up so that he could get out of there. Because of her attitude pouring into this man was now able to go and change the world. We all influence everybody we come in contact with. We leave an imprint with waiters, with different people that are out there. There are people right now that just feel so depressed, they feel lost. And just a kind word saying, you're amazing, is spectacular. See how many people light up when you do that, and how many lives you change with just something simple like that. I go under a philosophy, and I've learned this in life. I was that lone wolf guy that was doing everything by myself. But I finally learned that we're in this world together. We need to be lifting each other up. And your adversity is going to be a triumph story that you're going to be able to share with people. And I can't wait to see you change that world. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much. And let's go change the world together.